So what if you're asked to go backwards? What do I mean by that? What if I give you the graph now and say, what is the equation? Look at this one. Here's your typical example. Remember, we always have to follow the y equals mx plus b format. So I think the first thing that we should do is try to find our y-intercept. And if you look along this nice, beautiful red line, lo and behold, there's our y-intercept at -3. So that means this guy right here is -3. Now, determine your slope from this line. Okay, go from this point and try to find another intersect that cuts this line. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way up to right here. Now, it doesn't matter which one you can use. You can use that one, you could use this one. They're all going to be the same. So watch this. I'm going to rise from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to rise 6. I'm going to run 1, 2, 3. Run 3. Okay, so my rise, my slope is my rise over the run, which is a slope of 2. Okay, so that means now all I have to do is substitute all these values in, and I've got my equation. Look at this, 2x minus 3. There is my formula. And I'll prove to you that you can use the slope of any point you want. Watch, I'm going to use this slope point right here. Right, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, run of 1, 2. Rise of 4, run of 2. Rise of 4, run of 2 is still a slope of 2, which still gives me, yep, that equation there. So it doesn't matter what point you start on, but make sure you look for points that are exactly easy, like right on one of these little grids like that. See how I chose this point here to be on the grid, how I chose this point here, which we know is the intercept, is on this grid. I could have picked any one of those points here to find this beautiful equation. So guess what? Let's rock. Let's do a bunch of them right here. Let's see if you can do these. Here we go. Ready? Okay, so we've got a table of values. Look at this. X equals to 0, that's got to be your y-intercept. Your y-intercept has got to be at 1. And lo and behold, there it is. Okay, so your intercept is at 1. Your b value is 1. From there, determine your slope. Well, I'm going to choose it from here. Why? Because that's a really nicely placed dot. And I'm going to go rise of 1, 2, run of 1. So rise of 2, run of 1 gives me a slope of 2. And check this out. Look how easy writing the formula would be. That would be 2x plus 1. Done. Look at that. Okay? Look at this again. Look, I'm giving you a table of values. Again, here's the y-intercept. We know it's a y-intercept because x equals to 0. It's on that point right here. There's your graph going through the y-intercept. See it? Okay? So we know that right off the graph is that. So y-intercept, 1. There it is. Now, pick a slope. I'm going to try from here. Oh, let's go to this one right here. So I'm going to go down 1, over 1, 2, over 2, right? So I'm going to go down 1 over 2, or back 2, which gives me a slope of 1/2. You don't like doing it that way? That's fine. Here, let's start from here. Rise of 1, run of 2. Look at this. Rise of 1, run of 2 still gives me a slope of 1/2. It doesn't matter what point you start with as long as you're consistent. This is up 1, this is over 2. This is down 1, this is over 2. I was going to say down 2, but it's over 2. And you got to make sure you know which ones your positives and negatives. And if you do, you'll never ever get this wrong. So check this out again. Y equals to 1/2 x plus 1. There you go. Just substitute it in. Once you know your slope and you know your intercept, it becomes a walk in the park. Again, look, here we go. There's your x equals to 0. Your intercept is at -1. I just kind of, there we go. That's a little nicer. Intercept is at -1. So here it is right there. So rise, oops, -1. Rise of 1, run of 1, 2. Rise of 1, run of 2. Oh my goodness, that's almost identical to the one we have here. Look at that. Very, very similar. The only difference? Yep, the intercept. Wait a second, that sounds familiar. What does it mean to have the slopes that are the same again? I'm not going to tell you. You got to stay tuned to the next podcast or two. But check it out. That becomes really important. Check this out as well. Here we go. There's our 0, right? So there's our y-intercept. Boom, boom. Starting at this point here, let's try that one. Let's go down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1, which means this is -2. So we have a formula of slope, which is -2, x minus 1. And that's how you do those. So if you keep that in mind, folks, keep in mind, where's your intercept? Remember that the intercept, your y-intercept, means x equals to 0. Figure out your slope just by looking at the dots. It all comes into play perfectly.